Okay, good morning. So today we're looking at the second part of the November, the first paper in the Study and Master Grade 8 textbook. Okay, and this is on page 201. Okay. In the previous video we got up until question 2.13. Correct? So you must carry on from 2.14 onwards. Not so? So let's look at question 2.14. So in question 2.14, you are told to simplify. So brackets stand for what? Multiplication. So what's positive times a negative? Times a positive? Negative. Times a negative? Positive. So the ultimate answer of this is going to be positive. 2 times 4? 8. 8 times 8 times 8 times 8? 8 to the exponent. You all agree with that? In question 2.15, what needs to be done first? Multiply. Not so? So, what's x multiplied by x multiplied by x? X cubed plus x cubed. And x cubed plus x cubed is x to the power 6. Not so? No. No. Not 6. But with 2x cubed. Why? When you're adding and subtracting, the variable stays the same. The next one. What do you have to do first? Get rid of the brackets. Not so? How many terms are there in the sum? There are 2 terms. Which way? Another word for 2 terms? Binomial. So let's multiply this out. Get rid of the brackets. So 8 times y is ay. Y times y is y squared minus 3ay. Not so? So what do we do now? Like terms. So ay minus 3ay. Negative 2ay plus y squared. Go and add that y. Unlike terms. In question 2.17, you must do the inside of the bracket first. According to Bodmer's brackets first. So what's your LCM here? 4. Okay, let's see, make it bigger. It's going to be 4. But first I must change to improper fractions. Okay? Yes? You can? And then do it, no problem. You can do that as well. So, since it's both quarters, it's 1 plus 2 is 3. So, quarter plus quarter is 2 quarters. Not so, minus. Here we need the LCM. Not so. So, what's the LCM here in this bracket? 4. But I'm going to change that. That can be 2 and a quarter. Can be written as 9/4. To multiply that. So 9/4 minus, same story, 3/2. Now what's the LCM? I'm going to change this also to improper. 12, 13, 14/4. You said that 4 is your LCM here. Multiply that by 1. 9 times 1 is 9. 2 times 2 is 4. So there's going to be 3 times 2 is 6. So it's 14/4 minus 3/4. What's 14 minus 3? 11/4. Or you can write it as goes 2 and 3/4. Either one I will accept. Okay? All okay with that?
Yes, sir.
That was homework I wrote down. So this is negative 3/4 divided by a half. Not so? So it's negative 3/4 divided by a half. Okay. Which is, I must change this to multiplication at tumble and times. Not so? So it's going to be negative 3/4 times 2/1. Okay. So 4 goes into 4 ones, 2 goes into 2 ones, 2 goes into 4 ones. Negative 3 times 1. Thanks. Negative 3 times 1. Negative 3. 2 times 1 is 2. Or you could have written it as negative 1.5. Okay, you all agree with that? Yes. Let's look at the next sum, 2.19. So this bracket stands for multiplication, not so? Yes. So positive times negative is going to be a? Positive. Not so? 2 going into 2 once, 2 going into 4 twice. So on top, I got 8 times 9 times b cubed. It's going to give you 9 ab cubed. Not so? Over b times a cubed. A cubed b squared. Okay. Numbers is sorted, so it's going to be positive 9. Where's the more a's? Bottom. I put it at the bottom. 3 minus 1. 2. Where's the more b's? Top. So it's going to be b. 3 minus 2 is 1. There I go. Okay. You all understand? Yes, right. 2.20. What must be done first here? Improper. So 9 times 2 is 18. 18 plus 7? 25. 25 over? What's the square root of 25? 5. Square root of 9? 3. Any confusion here? No, sir. Okay. Question 3. Rearrange the expression 2x cubed as squared minus 3x cubed minus 1x minus 5x in TCP powers of x. How many terms are there? 4. Also known as what? Polynomial. Okay. So rearrange it descending. Descending means what? Biggest is smallest. So the biggest is negative 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 1. You all agree with that? Any confusion? No. Rearrange your expression after rearranging the expression, complete the following. The number of terms is 4. Yeah, 4 terms. What separates terms? Plus and minus signs. The index of the third term. Another word for index. The power or exponent. Together, this whole thing here makes a power. But I know some of you say 2x to the power 2. You know what you're talking about, but the whole thing is a power. Okay, but another word for index is exponent. Okay. The index of the third term, the exponent on the third term, 1. Not so. The degree of the expression, what does the degree indicate? The highest, yes? Exponent on x or whatever it is. So highest exponent here is what? 3. So it's going to be the third degree. Not so? The coefficient of the first term. The coefficient of the first term. Is the first term. The coefficient is the number in front. Is it 3 or negative 3? Negative 3. Remember that the sign is part of the term. Negative 3. There's also known as the leading coefficient. The coefficient right in front, descending powers of x, it's called the leading coefficient. The constant term is, that means you say the term not the variable. Negative 1. That's your constant term. That means you say the variable doesn't, or the term that doesn't change. However, x could be 1, could be 3, could be 5, could be negative 7, whatever. Will you see that, people? So the x can be any value, whilst negative 1 can only be negative 1. You understand? So that is known as constant. It doesn't change. Okay? People, the value of the expression of x equal to negative 1, what must we do there? Wherever we see an x, we put a negative 1. So it's going to go negative 3 times negative 1 cubed plus 2 times negative 1 squared minus 5 times negative 1 minus 1. You all agree with that? What do I do from here? Simplify. So negative 1 cubed is what? Negative 1 or positive 1? Negative 1. What's the rule? If it's odd, it will always be negative. So negative 1 squared will be positive 1. That I can multiply. What's negative 5 times negative 1? What? Positive. Negative times negative is positive. Let's sort that out. What's negative 3 times negative 1? Positive 3. Positive 2 times positive 1? Positive 2. Plus 5 minus 1. 3 plus 2? 5 plus 5? 10 minus 1? People, you guys understand? Okay. If you're on top of your game for your exam, no? You're writing only one paper. So you must shine. No? Not like it. No. Okay, you can shine like that. Okay, it says add. People, you must add all the, yes. Oh my word, I thought you were going to ask something mathematical. Right, so add. So instead of this semicolons, I must replace it with a plus. Okay. So if we replace this, what we're going to do is we're going to have like terms. Not so. So what is 9x squared is a like term to 3x squared. Not so. Which also like term to negative 2x squared. Negative 6xy, 3xy, minus 4xy. Not so. 4y squared, minus 7y squared, and 8y squared. Not so. Let's take the triangles away, because I can't see the stuff under there. Okay, but I know those are like terms. Not so. What is 9x squared plus 3x squared? 12x squared minus 2x squared? 8x squared. Minus 6xy plus 3xy. Negative 3xy is. Negative 3xy minus 4xy. Negative 7xy. Okay. 4y squared minus 7y squared is negative 3y squared. Negative 3y squared plus 8y squared? Positive. Are you all okay with that? Okay. Next question, 4.2. It says subtract 3x squared plus 8xy minus 4y squared from 9x squared minus 8xy plus 7y squared. Whatever follows from you, right? First. So it's going to be 9x squared minus 8xy plus 7y squared. Minus negative 3x squared plus 8xy minus 4y squared. You all agree with that?
Yes.
No. The brackets, yes. Why do we need a bracket? More than one term following a negative sign. Not so. So what do we have to do first? Multiply this in. Get rid of the brackets. So it's 9x squared minus 8xy plus 7y squared plus 3x squared minus 8xy plus 4y squared. So what do I do now? For like terms. 9x squared, 3x squared. Negative 8xy minus 8xy. 7y squared and 4y squared. So what is 9x squared plus 3x squared? 12x squared. Not so? You all agree with that? Minus 8xy minus 8xy. Negative 16xy. Why you look like you saw a ghost? What's going on? Why you look so stunned? Like, you're still running in your head? No. Why are you like that? You're making me scared. You okay? What is 7y squared plus 4y squared? 11y squared. Any confusion? No, right. You're back with us, let's see. Nice. Right, let's do 4.3. Divide. You say, hang on. There's an easier way of doing it. What do we do first? With each one of its own denominator. Just to make life a bit easier for us. Not so we are already in the lockdown in Corona, and so to make it a bit easier, no? Yes. Right. Positive divided by negative. Negative. 3 goes into 3, 1, 3 going to 9. Rise 3 times. Where's the more x's? Top. So it's going to be x. 3 minus 2 is 1. Where's the more y's? Bottom. So y, 3 minus 2 is 1. Negative divided by positive divided by negative. Negative. There's no numbers on top, so it remains at the bottom. Where's the more y's? Or x's? Bottom. So it will be x, 2 minus 1 is 1. Where's the more y's? Top. So it's going to be y to the 1. If there was no y on top, then I would have put a 1 there for place value. No? But currently you don't need it as you can see y is there. What's negative divided by negative? Positive. 3 cancels 3. X squared cancels x. What? Oh my words. 1. No? Don't get upset that the sums are so easy. No? And then you guys are saying, why must it be so easy? No? Am I right? Yes. So what do I do first here? What do I do first? Numbers on one side, x's on the other side, or variables. So here we go. Negative x equal to 1 plus 3 over 5. What is 1 plus 3 over 5? 1 and 3 over 5, yes. Now what? Divide by negative. You always want positive x on its own. Therefore x equal to negative 1 and 3 over 5. Or negative 8 over 5. Both is acceptable. You all agree with that? Any confusion? Right? Let's carry on. So what do I do there? What do I do here? Yes, okay, well done. So what you did was you cross multiply. Whenever we have a fraction on either side of the equal sign, make a note there if you don't know this. Whenever there is a fraction on either side of the equal sign, we can cross multiply. So AD is equal to BC. Or A times D is equal to B times C. Sorry? When there's a fraction on either side of the equal sign. Whenever there's a fraction on either side of the equal sign, we can apply this rule. So if we cross multiply here, negative 5x times 1 is 5x. Negative 2 times 25, negative 50. Now what do we do? Divide by 5 both sides. So therefore x equal to negative 10. So negative divided by positive is negative. Any confusion there? No? Right, let's carry on. What are we doing? 5.1.3. X is one side, numbers are other. You see, that's why maths is so easy. It's the same thing gets done all the time. No, Gabby is agreeing, yes. When the marks comes, it's a different story. Right. What? So you guys don't practice. You TikTok most all day, no? TikTok. Didn't TikTok in a while now? That's what you say? The girlfriend at the back, what you busy with? TikTok, huh? But why are you busy with your phone? Checking the time, don't lie to me. What you checking?
If I wrote this question right.
But there's the questions on the board.
Not that one, sir.
Which one? 5 by 12. 5 by 12. 4.0, 5 and 1.2. Okay, this time I let it slide. No, the other one lies to me. That's over, you're not lying. Well, you want that name now? I call that lie. Huh? You think I should call her that rather from now? You gotta lie to me. Not yet. You will always be remembered, my God. I might look stupid. Not stupid. No? So, you got 2x, you take an x over becomes minus x equals 7 minus 3. What's 2x minus x? X equals 4. We can test if we are right, play little games with ourselves in the exam. No? X is now 4. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 3? 11. Oh, you guys can't play games with yourself. X is on the right hand side. Now x plus 4 is going to, sorry, x plus 7 is 4 plus 7. And 4 plus 7 is 11. So both sides is 11. So the equation balances. You must sanitize my. Okay, you guys got it?
Yes.
Right. X equal to 4, yes. 5.1.4, what do I do here? X is one side, numbers the other side. So it will be 5x plus 2x minus 3x. Then you're taking negative, positive 3x over. It becomes minus 3x. Equals 11 plus 6 plus 7. You're taking positive 7 over, sorry, negative 7 changes to positive. So 5x plus 2x, 7x minus 3x, 4x equals 18 plus 24. So what do I do now? Divide by 4 both sides. So x equal to 6. And keep on playing games with yourself, no? Sorry? What's wrong with you? Because you didn't do your homework? Where did you go wrong?
The 11 plus 6 and then I said minus 7.
Remember when you take a negative over the equal sign, it will become positive. So fix. Alright, let's do the next one. Some people don't make jokes. Let's look at the next one. I'm going to take this off here. So I'm running out of space. Alright. What needs to be done first? Brackets, yes, get rid of the brackets. Multiply in. You get 5x. Carry on. Minus 5. Minus 2x. Eh? Minus 1, yes. Equal 2x. Okay, any confusion here? Okay, it's a common made error here where people write plus 1. Who wrote plus 1 there? The common made error in another class. That's what I mean to say. Okay. Looks like some of you didn't do your homework either. Okay, but anyway. X is one side, numbers the other side. So it's 5x minus 2x minus 2x. Because I bring that over. Positive becomes negative. Negative 4 plus 5 plus 1. So 5x minus 2x minus 2x is x equals 2. Alright. Let's look at the last question. It says find 2 consecutive odd numbers. What does consecutive mean? One for following the other, no? 2 consecutive odd numbers. So if the first consecutive odd number was 5, then the next one will be 7, then 9. If the first consecutive odd number was 107, then it was going to be 9, 1, 1, 1. How do we move from 1 to the next? We're adding 2, not so? Adding 2 all the time. So the first number had to be x. X plus 2 is going to be the second number. You all agree with that? And then x plus 4 as the next number. Not so? So I'm going to say here, let first number be x. Then the other number is going to be x plus 2. Not so? So you say, find two consecutive odd numbers. So that the difference between what? Difference mean minus. Minus. What did I say? So that the sum plus, which is product, times, which is quotient, divided, which is cube, the power 3, exponent 3, cube root, the cube root of, not so, double, times 2, treble, triple, treble the same, yes, treble, times 3, quadruple. Sounds like you guys are ready for the exam. Right. But you got 4 weeks still. 2. What's 2 times 2? 4 divided by 2? So 2 weeks, you're right. Absolutely right. But anyway, the difference between 5 times a larger number, is the first number the larger or the second number the larger? Second number. 5 times the second number, the difference means minus, and 3 times the smaller number, 3 times the first number is 120. Verstaan julle? Right, let us see. So it's going to be 5 into, what's the second number? X plus 2 minus 3 times x equals 120. What do I do now? You're writing maths first, no? I know you guys don't start studying until you got your timetable, am I right? Yes, I'm telling you now. You're writing maths first. Yes, first paper. So start studying now already.
Yes, sir.
Okay, until you see the truth on the timetable. But anyway, let's carry on. 5 times x, 5x plus 5 times 2 minus equals 120. Now what do we do? X is one side. So 5x minus 3x equals 120 minus 10, which is 110. 5x minus 3x divided by 2 both sides. So x is 55. What's the question? Find the 2 consecutive odd numbers. So what are the 2 consecutive numbers? Therefore, the consecutive numbers is 55 and 57. You don't put it next to, where must you put it? The bottom, no? As you can see, I came to the end of my life. I can't move on. Molo? Punjani? Huh? Yeah, I can speak one? Yes? Yes, as you can hear. But would you like to come in? You can come, you can take your shoes off, you can sit at the back. You can sit over down. Yeah, okay. Is it perfect at the back? Elita? You make me feel bad now. Don't waste your time. No? You're writing Friday, you make us proud. Right, you guys understand? Yes. Okay. You guys must set a goal for yourself. In grade 12, you mustn't sit there. You must be watching a movie now.
Yes, sir.
You're supposed to be helping your mom making food.
I'm watching a movie.
Right? People, you guys understand?
Yes.
Right. Tatum, you okay? Tatum looks like she did a lot of math so far.
So, let me say, wait.
Huh? Jamie, who's Jamie? Oh, Jada. Oh. Ah, you didn't talk. Some people. Right. This is the next one. Vraag 6, question 6. Determine the value of the following. If A is equal to -2, B is equal to 1.5, and C is equal to 1. So the substitution question. What happens between A, B, and C? Multiplication. Yes. Multiplication. So it's A times B times C. So it's -2 times 1.5 times 1. I'm going to change that to improper. So it's -2 over 1 times 3 over 2 times 1. That's 1 over 1. Negative times a positive is? Negative times positive is? Negative. The 2's cancel, not so? 3 times 1 is 3 over 1, which is? -3. Everything we're doing, my girl. Everything you've done for the year, it's in the paper. Yes. Yes. I'm asking negative. Yes. Otherwise, you're going to be writing a primary school paper. Yes. You want to go back to grade 8? Grade 7? If the question comes up, we'll answer. No problem. Okay. But then, listen, that with regards to is a number rational or irrational, that is only dealt with in grade 9. So if it's not going to come in this exam. Okay. Yes, Michael. 100. 2 hours. Remember in June you wrote a paper for 1.5 hours. 1 hour 40 minutes, 45 minutes. That was 75 marks. So we're just bringing you up slowly. So that's why I say, man, start studying now already. Don't sit after 20 minutes and you got nothing to do. No? So how are you going to prepare yourself? Doing the homework, practicing the past papers, watching the videos. So this lesson is recorded. So now the other people watching it next year, the year afterwards, are going to say, what's wrong with these kids? They ask unnecessary stuff. Yes. Oh my word! You don't open your eyes. Okay. I'll send it specially to you. Okay. Right, so you got 2 into, what's your A value? -2 plus B, which is 1.5 squared. So it's 2. What's it? That's going to change. This can change to 3 over 2, improper squared. What's your LCM inside the bracket? 2. So I must multiply that by 2, so it's -4. I multiply this by 1, I get 3 squared. So it's 2. What's -4 plus 3? -1 squared. -1 over 2 squared. So what is negative squared? What's negative squared? Positive. 1 squared? 2 squared? 4. Positive times positive is positive. 2 going to 2 once, 2 going to 4? Twice. So it's... Right, you guys understand? Right. There's nog 'n enetjie. Right, this take this off here. So that I can keep what's the name, in focus there. Delete. Alright, so what do we have here? A. It's -2. What does this line mean? Divide. -2 divided by 1.5. So it's -2 over 1. First you must change to improper. Divided by 3 over 2. Now we change this to multiplication. We tumble and times. Which is -2 over 1 times 2 over 3. Now what? Negative times positive is negative. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. You all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next, 6.4. 2 over 3. You're wrong. You understand where you went wrong? Right. Read what you have there.
I just think negative 2 over 3.
As a final answer, you're going to lose everything you got. You must follow these steps. Okay, because I remember what is A. A is negative 2. B is 1.5. Then you say negative 2 divided by 1.5. And then you take it from here. Okay. Next. B squared. What is B? 1.5 squared minus A. Negative 2. So we're going to first change 1.5 in the mixed fraction, which is 3 over 2. It must be squared minus negative times negative, positive 2. What is 3 squared? 9 over 2 squared is 4, plus 2. What's your LCM here? 4. So that's over 1. So it's multiplied by 1, so it's 9. Multiply that by 4. It's 8. 9 plus 8? 17 over 4. Or 4 going to 16 4 times and 1 remaining. 4 going to 17 4 times and 1 remaining. Not so? Alright. Any confusion here? No. Vraag 7. Question 7. As I said, what did I say here? Yes, I did say. Okay. But I said I'm going to answer it anyway. So write down the simplest form of the ratio of 10 minutes. So you guys can take note. You don't have to write it down. You got 100 minutes is to 1 1/4 of an hour. How many minutes are there in an hour? 60. So if you're looking at 1 1/4 of an hour in minutes, this here is going to be how many minutes? 60. 1 hour is 60 minutes. How many of an hour is a quarter? Sorry, a quarter of an hour is in how much in minutes? Huh? 15. So in other words, that is going to give you 75 minutes. You guys understand? So in other words, this is 100 minutes is to 75 minutes. What number goes in the biggest number that goes into 75 and 100 without the remainder? 25 years. Well done. Is 100 divided by 25? 4. 75 divided by 25? So it's 4 is to 3. Right. You see how easy this is? Right. Let's try another one. It says 4 millimeters is to 80 meters. First, we need to convert it to the same SI unit, which is either both millimeters or both meters. However, we always choose the one that has the smallest SI unit. Like 1 millimeter, is that smaller or 1 meter smaller? 1 millimeter. So you convert it to millimeters. Okay. How many millimeters are there in a meter? 1,000 years. In other words, 80. 1,000 millimeters is equal to 1 meter. So 80 meters, how many millimeters? 80,000 years. What number goes into both? The biggest number that can go into both without remainder? 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 80 divided by 4 is 20. So 80,000 divided by 4 is 20,000. Okay. Let's look at the next one. What's my LCM here? 6. So we first convert to improper. 2 times 1 plus 1 is 3. So it's 3 over 2 is to 10 over 3. So you said 6 is your LCM. So it's going to be 3 over 2 times 6 over 1. 10 over 3 times 6 over 1. You see, this is not like an equation where we take things over the equal sign. Okay? So in other words, 2 going into 1 is 2 going to 6 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 going to 3 once, 3 going to 6 twice. 2 times 10 is 20. So it's going to be 9 over 20. The next question in 9.7.2, it says divide 5 rand and 60 cents in the ratio 3:5. Yeah, I know you guys don't work with so little money, no? You will work with 560 rand. No? You go out to Cavendish and then your mother give you the card or no? 516. Right. So, if you must divide in the ratio of 3:5, what I do is I say 3 plus 5 is 8. So it must be divided into 8 parts in total. So you say 5 Rand and 60 cents is the same as 560 cents. You guys know there's 100 cents in 1 Rand? Right. So if I divide that by 8, what's 56 divided by 8? 6. No? So it's 60 cents per unit. Is it 70 cents? Yeah, you see, that's why I asked. I wasn't sure. So 7 times 8 is 56, eh? So what's 8 times 6? 48. Yes, you're right. So it's 70 cents per unit. So if you look at 3:5, that means to say it's 3 times 70 and 5 times 70. So it's 210 cents or 210 cents is to 350, which is 350 cents. Okay, again, I know you guys haven't done it, but just for the sake of the video. Okay. Then in 7.3 we are told that George, Oscar and Chumas, okay, George, what? Truma. Okay, weight is in the ratio 4:5:6. Okay, the weight is in the ratio 4:5:6. If George weighs 60 kilograms, what is the combined weight of Oscar and Truma? So in other words, I must first work out what Oscar's weight is and what Truma's weight is, and then combine it, add it together. So what we have is George, his weight is 60. But 60 is a representative of how many parts of the ratio? 4. Can you see that? And 60 divided by 4 is 12. No, 15. So it's 15 kilograms per unit. So Oscar is 5 times 15. Can you see that? And 6 times 15. So Oscar is 5 times 15 is 75. Yes, 75. And 6 times 15 is 90. Whoops. But have I answered the question? No. Therefore, Oscar and Truma is 75 plus 90, which is 165 kilograms in total. Okay. And the last question is vraag 7.4. It says reduce 24 by the ratio 2:2. If it says reduce the smaller number of the bigger number, if it says increase or enlarge the bigger number of the smaller number. So in other words, we have 24 multiplied by the smaller number is going to be 2/3. So it says that's over 1, 3 going to 3 once, 3 going to 24, 8 times. And 8 times 2 of course is 16. That basically brings us to the end of the first November paper. So I want you guys to do for homework. If we look at the second paper, we're starting on page. The second paper starts on page 207. You're going to do for me question 1, question 2 and question 3. Geometry. You love geometry, nice. Me too. Okay. So the homework, here we go. It's going to be the November, the second paper. It's on page, what page is that on? Sorry? 207. You give me questions 1 to question 3. Alright. You guys can get started with it now. Okay.